Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Thank you. And welcome to the 47th annual end of year Bluegrass Jam here at Possum Holler. I'm of course your host, Tex Critter. I'm excited to play some holiday songs for you all. It does look like the jam circle's a little less crowded than most years, but unfortunately some of our good friends and family couldn't make it home for the holidays. That's all right. I've got some tunes that sound good even solo, and I'll start you off with one that I wrote back in the 70s called, well, who's that? Anybody home? Banjo Billy, you're here.
Well, hey, Tex.
The Chain Gang let you off for Christmas again.
Oh, yes, sir. Makes 2 years in a row. All I had to do was hitchhike from Baton Rouge and dodge a few cousins, if you know what I mean.
Man, that's great. Grab a banjo and have a seat. Welcome, my friend. Who have you got with you? Larry! Man, I thought you got deported. Come on in here, grab a mandolin, have a seat. Okay, guys, now that you're suited up, I'd like for you to join me on one that I wrote. It goes great this time of year. It's in the key of G, but we're going to get diminished every now and then, if you know what I mean. 1, 2, 3. Howdy y'all, welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. I'm Banjo Ben on the mandolin today. We're going to learn a mandolin solo, an advanced mandolin solo for the good old Scottish tune that's a couple hundred years old now, Auld Syne. And we love to sing and play this one as we roll into the new year, which is coming right up. And I love taking a unique melody like this that's not typically suited for bluegrass and turn it into a bluegrass arrangement and find neat ways to present that melody at faster tempos. And gosh, we're checking all those boxes today, aren't we? Me and my trusty Northfield here. Hey, if you're watching this somewhere else beside the website, you need to come on board the website. You'll be able to watch this whole video, download the tabs, download the Gem Track MP3s, play along with me, learn the whole solo, all that good stuff. If you're watching somewhere else, we're going to learn a little bit, and then I'm going to invite you to come on over. Let's get started. This is an advanced version, so I'm not going to explain every little trick that I play. I'm going to expect that you can pick up on those and follow along with me. Teach yourself on some of those, but we are going to talk about some of the more difficult technical things and what general ideas I'm trying to convey as I begin to play this melody over these faster tempos. And this melody, if you think about it, it has a lot of space around it, right? It's not a fiddle tune that has lots of eighth notes. So we're going to have to find some ways to fill in the space, but also make sure and pick back up with the melody. We can't just take off down the road and never come back. We're going to use a lot of double stops, and then we're going to work in some Monroe-sounding licks just to help it sound more bluegrassy. So as we walk in, quarter note walk-ins, what's that melody doing? Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I can get that, and I can get that while playing some eighth note double stops. That's what we're going to do. Then I'm going to jump up and slide, get that melody note there, and then I'm going to go to a different position for the next melody note. So I'm grabbing the melody note there with my ring finger on the 7th fret, sliding into it with that middle finger above it. And I like this because we can play this really fast, and we can play through a lot of the strings, not worry about having to be just too terribly precise, and get it sounding pretty good. And I'm throwing my thumb over, muting that G string on measure 5, so I can play through all my strings. Pretty cool, huh? Now, when we go into the next line, I'm going to, hey, look, my mandolin's out of tune. That's one of my hobbies. One of my hobbies is knocking mandolins out of tune. I'm going to go into the next line. What do our melody do? What do our melody do? Well, I have just played a whole bunch of double stops. I want to get more melodic now. So I'm going to play this little stair step lick, you might call it. It sounds like this. Can you hear the melody in there? I hope so. The melody goes. The lick does this. The melody's totally in there. Once we land up there on that melody note, I'm going to reinforce it. Now the melody note's hanging out all the way through measure 9 and 10. It's that E note, but we have chords that are changing. We have one measure there that has a C chord. But then in measure 10, we're going to a C sharp diminished chord. Essentially, the only note that changes in a C major triad and a C sharp diminished triad is the C moves up to a C sharp. And that's what we're going to do here to let people know that we know that the chord's changing. So with my middle finger, the harmony note, I'm going to a C sharp. But my melody note's still hanging out on top. The whole line. Now I'm going to take an opportunity to play me some Monroe sounding licks because the melody is going. And one way that I can play this melody is this lick. You hear the melody in there? Pretty cool how that lick works out to play the melody. Again, I'm going to jump up to the same double stop we had in the first line. Look what I did in measures 13 and 14. The melody goes bum, bum, bum. The first measure, I'm going to get it on the 7th fret. And then I'm going to switch and have the melody be the open A string and put our harmony notes down below. So the melody's not changing, it's just the harmony is jumping from above the melody note to below the melody note. Next line, again, we've got some opportunity for some licks that communicate the melody. Okay. Now I love this lick in measure 15 and 16. Pretty cool, huh? And then this lick in 17, honestly, I'd heard it done before, but I never really knew how to do it, and I did it by accident one day. And you hear it all the time if you listen to Monroe's style playing. So I'm going to, if you take the pull off out of it, let's take the pull off out. What is the lick doing? It's doing this. Oh, sorry. That's what it's doing. But on the second time we play that 3rd fret, if we'll just pull off real quick to the 2nd, it sounds like this. there's the first half of the solo. What I want to do now for you folks watching on Facebook or YouTube, let's play all the way back through this first half of the solo slowly. This is what we normally do on the website. Then, if you're watching on the website, and I hope that you all do that, we'll learn the second half of the solo, which gets to be a lot of fun. We're going to get up the neck a little bit, get some more melodic stuff going, and then we'll play the whole thing slowly together. Let's start at the top. 1, 2, ready, go, 1. And my mandolin's out of tune again. Let's dive into part 2.